right? AEW'S Darby Allin. Darby, you kind of have a really big match coming up on March 3rd, Revolution. Sting's retirement match. How has it been the last couple of years teaming with Sting?
It's been awesome, dude. Like, he is the most humble, chill guy outside of the ring. Like, I'm so grateful to be paired up with him, because, like, to me, like, the most important part of the story is the end. So, like, the fact that he trusts me with the end of his career, and, you know, he wasn't even supposed to wrestle when he came back to AEW. He was supposed to be an ambassador of sorts to the company. And I just got in the ring with him one day at his house and just rolled around, and I said, dude, like, you got to end this career on your own terms, because, you know, back in 2015 when he got that neck injury, doctor said he would never wrestle again. So it's cool to be here for this and to experience everything we have together and become AEW tag champions. It's like, dude, there's no better way to end this story than that we are doing right now.
Now, how much have you learned from Sting? How much of a mentor has he been for you? A guy who's still relatively young in his wrestling career, especially on the national scene. You know, what has been pairing with Sting? And do you guys hang out with each other when you're not in an AEW setting?
Yeah, no, I'll definitely go over to his house, and he'll come over to my spot. Like, he was there when I took my Jeep, and I jumped 96 feet over my house. I went off this big jump and jumped a 96-foot jump over my house and landed on all these mobile home trailers. It's like a stunt that they were saying I was probably going to break my back from, but he was there, like, watching it and, like, FaceTiming it with Tony Khan and stuff like that. So he's been there through so much craziness, but it's cool to see. I think the biggest things that I've learned from him so far is his humbleness outside the ring. He's literally done it all in wrestling, and he would, you know, on paper, you know, like, someone like that could have the biggest ego, but he's so chill and he's so cool, and it teaches me to stay grounded as much as possible.
Has he taught you anything about in-ring psychology?
No, he's literally like, he's a wild man. He teaches me to probably push the limits, and there's no age to stop being crazy, because he's 64 years old jumping off balconies. Dude, like, that guy he's truly special.
And kind of learning how to handle fame, you know, balancing things like this, media interviews, life outside the ring versus all the things you do as a professional wrestler. Has he taught you anything about that?
No, just he leads by example. He doesn't have to talk about it. He just shows me. You know, I just see his body language and the mannerisms, and it's like, dude, like, this guy is so grounded and humble and awesome. So yeah, dude, like, we don't sit down and talk about how to conduct myself outside. He just, you know, I just leads by example.
Now, you mentioned kind of these stunts you do
that
are dangerous. Why would you endanger your career, no less your health, to do something like that?
Because life is too short, so let's make it shorter.
I guess, but I'm sure you have loved ones to take care of.
No, listen, you could play it safe, and you can listen to everybody and how you're supposed to live your life, and that gets you nowhere. It gets you absolutely nowhere. I've played that game. I listened to people how I should live my life. They told me, hey, expect the bare minimum out of life. Someone like you is not going to get much, so be appreciative for what you got. And I listened to them. And where'd that get me? I was working as a 99-cent store clerk. I was working as a dishwasher. And I was like, screw this, dude. I came from nothing, so I have nothing to lose. So that's why, like, in professional wrestling, everybody tells me to slow down. And I said, like, slow down, Darby. Like, we're already fans. Like, you don't have to do anything to win us over. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for me. So, like, yeah, life's short, make it shorter.
Aren't you worried about injuries? Aren't you worried
I don't care, dude. I really don't care. Why else would I climb Mount Everest? Why would I?
Because it's there.
Yeah, no, I don't care, dude. Like, literally, like, there's people that play it safe, and there's people that actually are willing to risk everything. And if you're willing to risk everything, you get the most out of life. And I've lived more in the last year than most people have in 20 years of their lives.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Who knows, dude? Because, like, 5 years ago, I wouldn't have seen myself here. But, like, I think just follow wherever the wind takes you, and you be willing to sacrifice everything and push the boundaries, and anything's possible. I see myself in outer space in 5 years.
Listen, as a professional wrestler, you paid your dues. I mean, you're one of the top stars in a national company, and it only seems like pro wrestling is getting bigger. More rights fees, hopefully more benefits, salaries for the wrestlers, just for your financial security in the future. When you stop wrestling, is that ever a consideration?
No, you keep asking these questions.
I'm just amazed.
I don't care. Like, that's the thing, is like, What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? What about this? Look, I was homeless living under a bridge. I'm not afraid to go back. I don't care.
Tell me, you grew up in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle?
Yeah.
You still live there?
No, I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. So what was it like growing up? We've heard a little bit of the story that you really, you just said it, you were living homeless under a bridge. How did you kind of just go from there to carry on to where you're at right now?
Just listen to myself. Listen to myself. Because like I said, you can listen to people your whole life and it will get you nowhere. And you gotta listen to yourself. Because like, dude, what if you listen to everybody and then still failed in life? At least you know it when you listen to yourself. At least you know that you went out on your own sword. You know what I mean? So it's like, dude, like that's the biggest thing.
If you weren't doing pro wrestling, what would you be doing?
Filmmaking.
Like, you have a background in filmmaking.
Yeah, I dropped out of film school, but I have a background in filmmaking, and I'm going to continue filmmaking. So when I get back from Mount Everest, I'm going to direct my first full-length film.
Right. So tell me about Mount Everest. What's that plan?
How's Mount Everest been?
Yeah.
Insane. The training has been insane. So physically demanding, but also mentally demanding. You're sitting in a hut for 3 days at a time, staring at the wall. It's so taxing, but it's awesome because I love pushing myself to the absolute limit. And to be the first ever professional wrestler to climb Mount Everest, to me, like, I want to get out of this wrestling bubble of like what a wrestler should be. Or so it's like, dude, like, I'm here to push the boundaries. So like, I feel like Mount Everest is just the next logical step.
Do you see yourself remaining with AEW? Do you have any other ambitions, goals as a professional wrestler?
Say that one more time.
I guess, what are your goals as a wrestler? You know, do you see yourself be an AEW lifer?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, dude. No, AEW gives me something that no other place in the world can give me, and that's the chance to just be me, inside the ring and outside the ring. What I'm able to do and express myself speaks volumes to where I'm at today. It's because like fans get to see an authentic version of me. I'm not an industry plant that's being told what to do. I'm me 100% inside the ring and outside the ring. And to get to this level, why staying true to myself is my only goal in life.
Right. The coffin drop. I think it looks like a spectacular finishing move, but it looks like you could shorten your career. I know you said,
enough with these questions.
Yeah, well, it's just a bit, somebody who's been an observer, who's been in the ring myself. I'm just in awe of how you handle things.
Yeah, no, dude, and that's the thing is I'm straight edge. I don't take any pain pills, and like I have such a crazy physical recovery regimen that I do. So like people think I'm just reckless out there, but what they don't see is what I do outside the ring to maintain this, because I want to be as crazy as possible for as long as possible.
Do you have a high threshold for pain?
Yeah.
Kind of a Mick Foley level, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Darby, thanks so much for turning aside. I appreciate the, sharing a little bit of the
I know this was an intervention for you to try to make me slow down, but it failed, so.
Well, good luck and stay healthy. That's all the best I can wish you.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.